He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
That's caught by Montgomery. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. After one, it's 9-0.
Score, Broncos 9, Bears nothing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Block now on first down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, Jay.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Locke working out of the gun. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. I'll give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Locke. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's complete, Okuegbunam. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
For the Bears.
And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that'll set them back 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carrier. Mario Edwards on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
Bring from midfield. Here's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
A gain of 14. First down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Toward the pylon, caught. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
The pass.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. They'll set up a throw. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
For Tariq Cohen. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The former Bronco, Danny Trevathan, drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down and sacked.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Sliding out of the... Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Geno Atkins in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a throw here, hauled in. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. 30. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
McManus now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Brandon McManus.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. Check.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Locke going to take off with this. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke, open man, Hamler, that's complete.
Locke's pass.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will make the lead now 26.
Broncos 26. Bears nothing.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll set up to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And the catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll buy some time right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
8-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Here we go again. 31's the mic.
On the carry, it's Boone. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. By this spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The ball carried.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Now to the air. Lock.
At the 32-yard line.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke now going to hang on to it. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 47 right, 47
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's a loss of 2.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Come on, dude. Shut up.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Monte Bellamy, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Denver.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
From the gun, it's Locke, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Cohen. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides